So it should be review, which is great. We're going to cover two kinds of y equals mx plus b equations, two kinds of slope-intercept equations. So it shouldn't be too bad. The slope-intercept equation, So it shouldn't be too bad because as soon as I started talking about graphing, you guys started talking about y equals mx plus b. So it sounds like you've at least seen it before. Whether or not you guys know how to do it, we'll find out. And hopefully this will go really well. I always hope it goes well. So the slope-intercept equation is y is equal to mx plus b. Now in this, m is the slope, and b is the y-intercept, which is where a line crosses the y-axis. Now on everything we were graphing yesterday, the y-intercept was 0, which is why we didn't even have it on there. So everything we were graphing yesterday, the y-intercept would have been just plus 0 at the end, which is why we didn't even add it on. Allison, could you please not do that right now? So we didn't have anything plus anything at the end, because you can eat the ice, just please don't like squish it around. Okay. So what we're going to look at today is, let's say that we have a given slope. Let's say that we have a slope that's equal to 1/2. And we have a point. So a line goes through let's do 4, -5. And we want to find the equation of the slope-intercept, or the slope-intercept version of the equation of the line that has a slope of 1/2 and goes through 4, -5. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you the way that most Algebra 1 students prefer first. Later on, I'll show you another equation that I actually prefer and that I use more, but most Algebra 1 students don't like it. And so it's using the slope-intercept equation. So we're going to use y equals mx plus b. So I'm just going to rewrite it first. Y equals mx plus b. So now, using this, this is x and this is y. And the slope is going to go in place of m. So I'm going to put -5 where y goes. So this is -5. I'm going to put 1/2 where m goes. And then where x is supposed to go, I'm going to put 4. Now I don't know what b is, so I'm just going to put plus b. Now this whole thing is me trying to find out exactly what b should be. So I'm going to do 1/2 of 4, which is what? Anybody? 2. Okay, cool. So 1/2 of 4 is 2, plus b is equal to -5. Now if I want to get b by itself, what do I have to do to that 2? Okay, so I'm going to minus 2 from both sides. Minus 2, minus 2. So I've got b is equal to -7. Great, Allison, thank you. So b is equal to -7. Now this isn't the end, though. Finding out what b is only one step on the road to figuring out what the slope-intercept version of the equation is. I have to take the b, and I have to use the slope. So like essentially what I'm doing is I'm getting y is equal to something times x plus something. Now the thing I plug in here to this first place is the slope. What did I already, bless you, what did I already know the slope was?
1/2.
Okay, so I'm going to put 1/2 in this space. So I already had that space filled up. Now this space back here, I need to fill up with whatever b is. And -7. Now this whole thing, this equation, this is the answer. Right there. So it's not just b is equal to -7. That's not the answer. This whole thing here is the answer. Kinda, sorta? Great. Favorite thing for people to say. Alright, so let's have you guys try one on your own. So let's say that we've got a slope that's equal to 2. And let's say our point is, let's do -1, 3. So I want you to try that one on your own. Slope is equal to 2, and our point is -1, 3. Alright, so you're going to set y equals mx plus b. You're going to replace y with y from that point. And with whatever the slope is. And then find out which one. Absolutely. So it should be negative 2. The only reason I have up here is because everything's on half times 4. This should be still 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. Okay. So now this is what you do. Now you have to rewrite it as an equation. Y equals slope times x plus y. You're only here. So you have to add 2 to both sides. So you have to add. What? That's not okay. Because it's already minus. So 2 times negative 1. You can use your rule book. That's part of it though, so you're not done yet. Okay. Yep. You should be adding 2 to both sides. So you're almost done.
What?
Alice is good. Katie, check. So you should add 2 to this. Because it's minus 2, you should be adding 2 to 3. So you're doing the opposite. Since it's negative, you should be adding it. Yeah, right. So yeah, exactly. Except this shouldn't be 3, it should be y for this one. And then you Alison side. Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
Well, so when you go around, like when you take breaks like this and you go around, you like edit your videos to where like
If I were, if I took my YouTube channel seriously, I would. Yes. I don't. So no.
I didn't know that.
I'm never gonna become a Pewdie's pie. So no. Okay. So let's take a look at another version that we're gonna be looking at today. So let's say we have 2 points. Say our 2 points are negative 2, 5. And say our other point is 4, 8. And I want to find find the slope. Lucas, intercept equation between these. Points. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we need to find the slope between these 2 points, because in this case we weren't already given the slope. So we need to find the slope between these 2 points either by graphing them, using the formula, or using the Mr. Taft method. So Lucas, I'm going to put you on the spot here. How do you want to find the slope between these 2 points?
The one where you're like y2 minus y1.
The formula?
Oh, yeah.
A bold choice. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. And what is the formula, Lucas, since you want to use it?
Didn't I just explain it?
Could you do it again for me, please?
Okay, y2 minus y1.
Great.
And then x2 minus x1.
Great. So in that, like, what exactly would it be in this case then?
They would be lined up.
So
So you could subtract them.
the answer.
so what would I know you want to, but I want him to say it.
8 minus 5.
So 8 minus 5.
I
Oh.
thought this was really obvious. That's why I
4
didn't.
plus 2 is 4
4 plus 2. Or, yeah. No, that's plus 2.
Okay.
Hey, wow. Go ahead and say it. I refuse to say it.
Everyone
now.
chooses to say it.
Nope.
Okay. So 8 minus 5 is 3, which reduces down to, now you can say it, Hunter.
No, I give up now.
1/2. Everyone give up immediately.
Okay. So now at this point here, so 1 over 2 is the slope. At this point you can use either one of these 2 points you want to. So you can either use negative 2, 5, or you can use 4, 8. Personally, I would use 4, 8 because there's no negatives. And I'm not a huge fan of using negatives because they often have a tendency to make people make mistakes. But negative 2, 5 are smaller numbers, and usually people like to use smaller numbers. So, I don't know, Kyra, do you want to use negative 2, 5 or do you want to use 4, 8?
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to make a choice here.
Negative 2, 5.
Great. So Kyra says negative 2, 5. So we're going to go y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to put 5 in for y. I'm going to put 1/2 in for m. I'm going to put negative 2 in for x. And then plus b. What's half of negative 2, anybody? Negative 1. 5 is 5 plus b. If I'm solving for b, what do I have to do to that negative 1? To both sides. So 5 turns into, and b is just b. So b is 6. Yay, mazel tov, we found b. So we're going to do y is equal to something times x plus something. What's the slope again?
5.
No? Great, okay.
Sure.
I was going to say like a billion, but 1/2 sounds better. And then what's the b?
6.
Okay, cool. So this is the answer.
Hey, wow.
Yay! Okay, so let's take a look at our assignment. I know, I'm excited too. This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
I just filled up the whole page.
This is good stuff.
Same. I mean, I guess.
Of course.
We're going to go over it some more though. We're going to try and help everybody understand.
But, thank you, Haley.
We're going to try and help everybody understand it.
I'm doing it on my own.
Very nice.
I'm going to try.
But you can do it from the book.
Why are you
I'm just saying,
so
what
close?
Yeah.
I'm from Canada.
You what? Yes. Okay. So, for a little bit. Y'all are being a little rowdy today, though.
What?
Okay. Quiet. So, let's go through number 1. All right. So, number 1. Y equals mx plus b. So, Lucas, what do I put in place of 1?
2.
Great. So 2 is equal to, what do I put in place of n?
1.
What do I put in place of x? And then plus b. Anybody, what's 1 times 5?
5. 6.
Oh.
I'm gonna guess.
And then what do I do to get 5 on the other side? And 2 minus 5 is, okay, I heard somebody said, alright, so we're almost there. Our final answer though is going to look like y is equal to something times x plus something. So 1 goes in the slope part. What goes in the other thing part?
3.
Hey, wow.
Okay.
How do you do it?
Fractions. I know. I love them too.
No, you
I
no.
hate them.
I love them too.
We cannot relate.
They're good stuff.
We're saying two different things here.
I know. I said I love them too. So let's do y equals mx plus b. So y is negative 2. M is negative 5 over 3. X is 3. But I'm going to write it as a fraction to make this even easier. So what's 3 over 1? 3 over 1. And then this is plus b. Okay, cool. So now, when you're multiplying fractions, you're going to do top times top, bottom times bottom. So negative 5 times 3 is, and then 3 times 1 is,
Plus 5.
so negative 15 over 3 is negative 5. That was a lot of complaining over nothing. that's pretty easy.
You're not done. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, we got like 2.5 steps on,
You have to do the thing.
which is,
Why you can set 3.
oh, I didn't even get to my 3 yet, though.
Oh, you have to add 5.
Add 5 to both sides. So, b is equal to 17.
3.
Okay, that sounds better. And then y is equal to
2x plus 3.
okay, the 3 I agree with.
Negative 2x.
No.
Negative 17.
Yes.
Negative 5 over 3.
Yes.
Oopsie, sorry. I'm an imperfect person.
Can you please not do that again?
Do what?
The horse noise.
That was not voice noise, that was the other person.
Yeah.
Fred. Can't even say it.
Impersonation. Sounds like Captain Anderson.
Hey.
Oh, heck.
Yeah. Okay, shut.
Hey, not bring it back up.
Hey, shut.
Where is that dude?
He can move.
Use that.
Oh no.
Hey, so, number 2. Y equals mx plus b. Y is 5, and is negative 3, x is negative 3, b is b. Negative 3 times negative 3 is...
I really don't like that voice.
9.
I'm not doing a voice.
9. Yeah, you are. No, he's just singing.
Plus b is 5.
Really?
How I get rid of 9.
We're not really
Subtract
gonna
9.
You can write it all class period, why can't I know you a little bit? Negative 4 is b.
I got a question.
Yep.
Alright. On number 5,
Yep.
Say now.
would it be, well, I got negative 3 equals negative 5 over 2 times 2, which is 2 over 1 plus 2, and it would be negative 5 over 4.
No. So
And
it's negative 2 over 1. So when you multiply this, the 2 actually matches the denominator, so it just cancels out the denominator. Negative 5 over...
it's not the same denominator though.
No, okay, so remember back when we were doing the fraction stuff? So if you had...
Fractions or,
no, I know you don't like them. I get that.
yeah. Well,
I get that. But you remember back when we had like 1/4 and you had to multiply the whole thing by 4?
yeah.
If this matches that, it cancels it out. The same thing here.
Oh,
Negative
alright.
5.
Yeah, so it's just negative 5.
Totally right. Thank you.
Just like at number 4, the 4 and the 1/4 cancel each other out, and you're left with just 1.
That's a negative 4 equals b. I got 9. Yeah. Negative 4? I can't see it, so.
Would you rather I do like Kentucky backwards accent?
No, that was worse.
Would you rather I sing the rest of the class for you? I sing
Or not.
speak?
I don't know, maybe you should just stick with the Yoda one.
Okay.
That was the least entertaining.
Well, what I was thinking is maybe I leave the next week.
That would really fit you as a mathematician. Don't do it.
What if I shave everything?
I'm dropping this class.
You
And
can't.
like, don't trim it either, just leave it nice and long and skeleton looking.
Yeah.
And then absolutely everything else was right.
No, not really.
And
No, I don't.
Allison, I feel like if the school is distributed, at this point it's like teachers who give out the Panda Bucks get prizes too?
And then the Panda Bucks that were in the jar, so the teachers get them back.
No.
Oh,
No, they're out of circulation now.
take it back.
Yeah, but the teachers who gave them, like, if it was a Mr. Taft $100, they go into like this hopper and like we draw out a Panda Buck. And if we draw out a Mr. Taft $100, then Mr. Taft gets a prize. If we draw out a Miss Perella $100, Miss Perella gets a prize. That's why they have different teacher pictures on them. Not Diet Cokes, like Jean Tay.
What? Did you just sing? You need to stop, Katie.
Report. Yeah.
Oh. Did you hear that, Kyra?
What's she saying?
Okay, so
Like Coke.
so when you do this,
Yeah. It's for Spanish.
so when the score is 4, 4 times 1 is 4, which means 4, which is also just equals to
He's gonna run out.
Okay, no, it's fine. So one second.
What's it say?
I don't believe that.
Oh, plus 2. Oh, times 2 plus 8.
I did that in my head. 6 over 2 what? 6 over 2 is Yeah.
When you do this times that,
I tried to come up with something stupid. I was like, I know what she's talking about, but
so when you do that, so like how you can do it, what are the line
I
the easiest way to do it is when you do it.
I forgot to do this.
I took that in my class.
So when
No bullshit with her. She
She
had like several, and I go 4. Ouch.
My shot too.
She just killed me. Thanks.
That should be 1.